Hi, today we are going to talk about wind turbine emulator, PV emulator hybrid system. It is a grid connected system and it utilizes two of the most popular and most prevalent renewable energy sources, a wind turbine and a solar PV. But instead of using actual energy sources, we are using wind turbine emulator and solar PV emulator so that a student or a researcher, whosoever wants to work with the system, can work without thinking about the climatic changes. If you wish to know more about these emulators, you can check other videos, their individual videos on our channel. This system also has energy storage. It utilizes two energy storage elements. One is battery bank and the other one is grid itself. In this video, we are going to talk about how to switch on the hybrid system, introduction to the hybrid system software, and demonstration of the system. So this is the wind turbine emulator. To switch on the system, we have to switch on the supply first. As soon as the supply is switched on, you can see the measurement unit lighting up. To switch on the three-phase supply, switch on this MCB. This is the fuse. And to switch on the armature supply, switch on this MCB, and here is the fuse for that. So this is the measurement unit. Right now we have not switched on any of the sources, so it is just showing the random values. Now to switch on the DC motor or the wind turbine emulator, firstly we will increase the voltage of field voltage and we will set this voltage to 220 volts. Similarly, we'll increase the armature voltage and set it to 220 volt using the auto transformer. We can see the field voltage 220 volt. We can see armature voltage as 220 volt. Right now, because motor is not running, armature current is 0. Rectified voltage will show up when motor will start running. And this capacitor voltage will show up when we switch on battery or any other thing. So this voltage is actually the voltage of DC link. The speed will show the RPM of generator. This is battery voltage, battery current, and this power analyzer will show the net output of the power. To switch on the grid, we have to switch on this three-phase power supply. And again, to switch on the battery, we have to switch on this MCB first, and then the switch. Now again coming to the measurement. Now as battery is switched on, you can see the battery voltage, but battery current is not coming because we are not using up the battery. You can also see capacitor voltage because the battery is connected at the DC link. Now slowly increase the grid voltage and we can see the measurement in the power analyzer. So this power analyzer is showing the grid voltage. By changing the display screen, we can see different values. We can see values such as THD, power factor, current, imported energy, exported energy, and everything using this multifunction power analyzer. before starting the demonstration, let's understand the software first. So this is the hybrid system software, which is divided into two parts. First part is input and control, from where we can see all the measurement parameters and we can control all the various sources. So we can control wind turbine emulator, we can control battery, we can control PV emulator. And this is the graph part, where we can see all the measured parameters in the graphical format. So we can switch to wind turbine emulator windows, we can switch to DC link, we can switch to battery parameters, inverter parameters and PV emulator parameters, and we can see all the respective curves given over here. So let's start by input and control. So in input and control, we have a DC motor measured parameters. So it is indicating armature current, motor torque, armature voltage, reference current and motor power. In SCIG section, it is indicating CP, lambda, generation speed, voltage generation and current generation and power of generation. In battery section, it is indicating battery current and battery voltage. These are some of the status LEDs. So when our inverter is on, this LED will glow. When there is some error in the software, this LED will glow, and when our generation buck is on, this LED will glow. So this generation buck is a buck converter after the generator. And this is the inverter section. So to switch on the inverter, we have to fill in the VDC reference, and we can switch the inverter from using this button. It also indicates capacitor voltage, VD, VQ, ID, IQ and grid frequency. This is for the wind turbine parameters. So these are the constant values of the differential equation which we have used to model the wind turbine. If any researcher want to alter these values or change these values, he or she can turn on this button to edit these values and put up their own values to model a new kind of wind turbine. Using the user inputs, we can control all these sources. Coming to wind turbine emulator, this is the switch to switch on the wind turbine emulator. This is beta, from where we can control the pitch angle. This is the wind input, so we can use this sliding scale to control the wind speed, and this actually indicates the actual wind speed. Going to the battery parameters, we can switch on the battery using this switch, and we can provide a charging or discharging current reference from using these scales. Coming to PV emulator, we can see the PV values here, PV voltage, PV current, power generated by PV. Then we have two buttons over here. So if we want to run the PV emulator in MPPT mode, we can switch on the PV emulator using this switch. And if we want to run the PV emulator in manual mode, then we can switch on the PV emulator using this switch, and we can provide the duty cycle to the converter attached with PV emulator. This is the stop button through which we can stop the software, and that's all about it.
Now let's start with the demonstration. As soon as we run the software, we can see all the measurement values displayed on the software panel. We can use input and control section to control the sources, and graph section to visualize the values in graphical form. So first thing first, let's set up a VDC reference or DC link reference and switch on the inverter. As soon as we switch on the inverter, we can see capacitor voltage climbing up to reference voltage. And once DC link is set, let's check for the phase sequence. If VD is equal to peak voltage of grid measured at primary side of the transformer and VQ equal to 0, then our phase sequence is correct and we are good to go. To switch on the wind emulator, press WTE on button. As soon as WTE on button is pressed, the motor will start running. Once motor started running, user can see RPM value climbing. As motor started running, user can see RPM value climbing on the measurement panel as well as on the software panel. We can also see the actual wind speed increasing. We can increase the wind speed by increasing this scale, and as soon as we increase the wind speed, we can see the RPM rising again. And as wind speed is changing, we can also see the changes in CP and lambda values. Let's further increase the wind speed. Once actual wind speed reaches up to 5 meter per second, generation buck converter will start working and the system will start generating and the power will move towards DC link. We can see on the power analyzer that power is moving towards the grid. Power analyzer is denoting values in negative, which indicates that power is moving from the source towards the grid. As we increase the wind speed, we can see the power rising. We can see the different parameters on graph section. This is the CP versus lambda curve. This is generation speed versus time curve and speed versus torque curve. We can also see the speed versus power curve and wind speed versus power curve. We can see the DC link voltage is set to 120 in the graphical format as well. As we are running wind emulator system, we can visualize all these values in the wind emulator parameters of the graphical section. Let's further increase the speed and increase the generation. As there is no load connected, all the power which we are generating is going towards the grid. Now let's switch on the PV emulator. To switch on the PV emulator, we have to go to the PV emulator section of user inputs. Let's switch to the PV emulator program. And set the user defined values. We have set the VOC at 45 and ISC at 2. And as soon as we switch on the PV emulator software, we can see the values at PV emulator. Now this PV emulator is generating, but the power is not going anywhere. So when we switch on the PV emulator manual switch, we can send the power towards the DC link and further towards the grid. To manually change the value of PV emulator, switch on the PV manual switch, and as we increase the duty cycle, the power will start going towards the grid. We can see the current voltage and power values on the PV emulator software as well. So right now, almost 100 watts of power from PV emulator is going towards the grid. Now 125 watts of power is going towards the grid. We can also see the voltage and current values in the measurement panel of the software. Coming back to the measurement panel, we can see now almost 500 watts of power is going towards the grid, out of which 315 watt is generated by wind emulator and the remaining power is generated by PV emulator. There is one more way to operate the PV emulator by using the MPPT algorithm. To use the PV emulator in MPPT mode, we can switch on the PV MPPT switch. And as soon as we switch on the PV MPPT switch, the PV emulator will start generating the maximum power. We can see the operating point shifting towards the maximum peak in the PV emulator software. Now it has reached the maximum peak. We can again see the values of voltage, current and power at the software end as well. Again, coming back to the measurement panel, as we can see, it is showing 418 watts of power going towards the grid, out of which around 315 watts are coming from the wind turbine emulator side, and the rest of the power is coming from the PV emulator side. As soon as we switched off the PV emulator, we can see only power generated by wind going towards the grid, which is around 300 watts. We again switched on the PV emulator, and again PV emulator is generating power which is going towards the grid. So the total power added, PV emulator power plus power generated by wind emulator, is going towards the grid. Now let's come to the battery section. To switch on the battery, we can switch on the battery using the battery switch, and we can give the reference for extracting power to the battery and extracting power towards the grid from the battery. So when we are giving a discharging reference, which means battery is transferring power towards the grid, and we can see the power at power analyzer is rising. So right now power analyzer is showing the power from battery plus power from PV emulator plus power from wind turbine emulator. So we are right now transferring around 540 watts of power towards the grid using these three sources. Now when we provide the charging current reference to the battery, at that point of time battery will consume power from the available power. So right now we have 400 watts of power available, which is generated by PV emulator plus wind emulator. So when we are giving charging current reference, the battery is consuming power from these two sources. That's why you can see the power decreasing. To switch off the battery, we can reduce the reference current to 0 and switch off the battery switch. Again, to switch off the PV emulator, we can switch off by switching off the PV MPPT switch. We can switch off the PV emulator using PV emulator software also. So right now only wind turbine emulator is running and around 300 watts of power is going towards the grid. Now again, to switch off wind turbine emulator, we have to gradually decrease the wind speed, and we will switch off the wind turbine emulator by switching off the WTE on switch. As we are reducing the wind speed, the power is also reducing. We can see the motor has stopped running now. To switch off the whole software, we can use the big stop button. Before switching off the software, let's switch off the inverter. And now we can switch off the software.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope you like it. Please click the subscribe button, and if you have any inquiries, you can follow us on our social media channels or write to us on the given email ID.